So I want to show you the smart website, the smart church website system. It's really designed to provide the right marketing tools to help your church to grow, to serve your church as an employee would, because there's automation built into it so that it's working all the time to get new people and help them take their next steps within the context of your church's next steps. So inside the smart website system, there's a lot of features going on. Let me break them down for you. We have a great user experience that's going to be phenomenal. Your user is going to love the website. When they go to the website, they're going to see a beautifully designed website that is branded for your church, has the right information, the service times, locations, all the different features of the church that you want to promote, such as kids ministry and youth ministry, and it's going to provide them with the value that they can expect from your church. So from a marketing perspective, we just want to be conscious that people are asking, what's in it for me? Why should I care about this church? And your website is going to be designed to answer that question. It's going to present that information on the homepage and all the other pages that are strategically laid out so that your church becomes a place that people see as a solution to a problem they might have. We have things like a visit page that unpacks what the experience looks like if somebody visits for the first time. We don't want to take it for granted that people know what it's like to come to your church. In fact, we want to do the opposite. So we're going to present that information on a specific landing page for planning a visit. We're targeting people that are basically, they've got family, they know they need something in their life to help them get this right. They don't want to mess it up. And we want to make sure it's geared towards a specific audience, not to say no to anybody, but because when we are focused, we actually become more attractive. So we're going to write the copy for you and make sure that everything's all good on the website, and people are going to love the experience. It's branded to your church's brand, colors, fonts, the logo, your photos. We want to make sure your photos are in there, in your environments, so that people understand like the basic questions when it comes to coming to a church for the first time. One of the number one questions people have is, what do I wear? Another question is, are there people that look like me there at the church? So we want to make sure that we're bringing down walls by presenting the right branded experience through the website. We also want to make sure that the website is search engine optimized, so we get traffic. When somebody's looking for a church near me, the church needs to pop up. Your website needs to pop up. We can also go after some other keywords that help people, be a good parent or have a good marriage. Or get their finances in order. All the things that we do as a church to benefit people, we just want to make sure that you are ranking for those things. So when people are searching for it, you are popping up. We want to have clear next steps on the website and allow people to take those next steps very easily. We want to create as least amount of friction as possible. So we have these things we call modules set up for the big next steps that are in your church. Things like getting baptized or joining a group or serving on a team. We just want to make sure those next steps are built out. There's automations built out into them, and it's a great experience that people, they know clearly what to do, and that they can take those next steps right there online. We want to integrate your marketing, your social media, your email marketing, your text messaging. Those are all tools that we have available in our world today to use to present information, to invite people, and to help them engage and take next steps with us. So we want to integrate all of that into one software. So your website on the back end is going to have uh, text messaging abilities, social media scheduling abilities. It's all built into a platform. And let me see if I can show you a little bit. Let me click over to the social media scheduler so you can kind of see how we can schedule in advance your posts so that it's all ready to go for the next month. We want to also use best practices. So the software is going to tell us when to post, like what's the right time to post. And then all you need to do is schedule that post, set it up in advance, and you're good to go. We want to do email marketing. So we have the email marketing set up so we can create a newsletter or even just send out a message about something new that's happening at the church or an event that's happening. And text messaging all in one place. We want to make sure that you can send out messages to your congregation and get them the information they need to get. We want to create landing pages for events. That's a big deal. Most churches don't understand how to get people to show up. A landing page is a big deal to do that. It presents the information that people need, but it also helps them to take their next step. If it's to sign up or to register or to just show up, whatever that looks like, we want to make sure that that landing page is in place for those events that are important to the church so that lots of people show up and they do the thing you want them to do. We want to integrate Google tools. We want to make sure that all the tools that Google provides are integrated into the system, so we get analytics. We can track people. We also want to track people from social media coming in, all in one place, all in one dashboard, so we can see the traffic that's coming to your website, where they're coming from, and what are the things that they're doing. Are they taking next steps? Are they clicking through to, click the button to come and visit the church, or are they clicking through to get baptized? Are they clicking through to, join a team? Those type of things. We want to get all that data. So we want to hook up all the Google tools, Google Business, so that you get found, so that your church is showing up on Google Maps. So it's showing up on local searches in the area. And we want to track all of that all in one place. And that's what a smart church website will do. It brings everything together into one dashboard so we can see what people are doing and where they're coming from. We want to capture leads. So we want to create tools that will help people to sign up or to, first of all, come to the church website to find it, but then to sign up, to like opt in, is another way to put it, to get a resource from us. Then we want to nurture them. So we want to basically, once they opt in, we want to invite them to come. So I'm going to unpack that a little bit more. But those are the big ideas behind what is a church, a smart church website. What does it do? How does it integrate, all the tools that we have available to us and then create automations? So let's unpack the modules. Okay, so we have several modules that we want to provide for you that will help people take next steps. One is a landing page module, or I'm sorry, one component of a module is a landing page. So a landing page is where they go. It's the page that they hit when they're trying to do a thing, and that page is almost like a sales page that unpacks what the thing is. What is baptism? What is a small group? What is a serve team? We want to explain to them what that thing is, and throughout that page, we want to give them multiple opportunities to click through to then take their next step. Okay, so we want to create forms that they fill out. A module has a form where they can enter information or their information to then register or sign up. Once that happens, we want to create an automation on the back end. Okay, the automation sends notification internally to the church, but also it sends notification to the person that just signed up, the user, to help them understand what their next steps are. So for example, if they signed up for baptism, we want the church internally to be notified, the church offices, so somebody signed up with their information, their name and email and phone number, maybe a t-shirt size or whatever that you might need for that event. And then we want another notification to go out to the person that signed up. And this could be an email and a text message. It just says, hey, thanks for signing up. Here's what you need to know. It's coming up on Sunday, whatever it is, July 12th at 12 p.m. Here's the address of the church. Here's what you need to know about this event. And then it just unpacks all of that in an email, but then also prompts them with a text message that might say the very basics. Like, we don't want a text message to be super long, but we do want it to say the basics. It's, Tuesday, and it's coming up at 7 p.m., and here's the address you need to come to, right? So that automation needs to happen. Sometimes we can even build in a calendar. If there are multiple dates, we can do that as well, to where they can choose a date that works well for them. That's a really good one when it comes to like a plan a visit module. That's one of the modules what we'll give you is they can choose a Sunday to plan their visit, to say, hey, I'm going to show up on this day at this time for this service time, and then they'll get reminders and automations that go out based on the time that they chose. We also want to create a success page. So whenever somebody hits the landing page, let's say they plan their visit, and that's great. They fill out the form. They say, I'm going to come on this date. Then when they hit submit on that form, it goes to a success page that says, hey, congratulations, you're in our system. We are getting ready for you and look forward to meeting you. On that page, you can have some other details, maybe a video from the pastor just saying how great it is that they're going to come, and maybe unpacking what it looks like to come to the church for the first visit. Those are some great options that we could put on a success page to, again, bring down the walls so people are actually taking next steps. So, for example, baptism, you maybe have a success page that says, thank you for being baptized or for signing up to be baptized. It's going to be on this date. And then here's what you need to know. Like, you wear dark clothing. We're going to give you a t-shirt that day. Show up, 15 minutes early. All those things could be on that success page just to prepare that person for what they just signed up for. It increases the likelihood that they're going to show up. So we have several modules that we are providing for you as part of our smart website system. And one is a plan a visit. So somebody, before they come, they can hit our website and then they're going to go to a plan a visit. It's going to be very intentional that that's the thing we want them to do on the website. They click on the plan a visit, they fill out the form. The page itself, the landing page for plan a visit, has pictures of the church environments, has information, service time, location, kids ministry information, provides like next steps type information so they understand what they're getting into. It even provides like step 1, step 2, step 3, like, step 1, plan your visit. Step 2, show up. Step 3, go to our Connect Center, right? So it just helps them understand what it looks like to visit the church. Then they can fill out the form to plan their visit. They get reminders through the automation for that time that they chose. And it even has an FAQ on the page to answer questions they might have about visiting the church. So again, we want to serve almost like an employee that's working for the church. This could be at 2 a.m. in the morning and somebody's finding you online and they're getting all this value from this experience to then be able to click through and plan their visit. We want a Connect card module that when somebody comes to the church, they fill out their information and they say, hey, I'm a first-time visitor. We're going to set up a 12-week automation that shows them exactly what the church has to offer them and invites them to come back. We also want to provide internal notifications that, from a marketing perspective, prompts your church team, your church staff, to take some next steps with that new visitor. So for example, we want you to create a video using your phone and saying the person's name and thanking them for coming. So that should happen on the Monday after their visit. So you should, as the church leader, maybe you're the pastor, maybe it's just another church leader on staff that's responsible for these type of things, create a video. So we're going to send you an internal notification that says, hey, Johnny Smith visited on Sunday. Please create the video. Here's his name and say these things, basically. So we're going to prompt you. You don't have to do that, but you should, right? So we're going to create that system for you. We have a special event module where, again, we'll create a landing page for a special event that's coming up at your church. Have all the information on there. If there's any next steps, that'll be on there. But what you can do is drive people to that page, that special page that has all the information on it. So on social media, yes, you should promote, but you need to drive people to a landing page specifically for that promotion, not the homepage, because then they have to drill down and try to find the information they need. But you should have a landing page that is specific with the details of that event. We want to make sure you have that in place for those big events that are coming up at your church. Things like Christmas, Easter, maybe some sort of anniversary, maybe a block party of some kind, right? We want to make sure those are all set up and you're ready to go for that. We also want to create a module for Google reviews. Reviews are huge when it comes to somebody checking out your church. They're going to look at what other people are saying about the church before they decide to come. So we want to create an automation that collects reviews automatically in the background and then posts the reviews on Google so that people can see the experience that other people are having. We also want to filter those reviews. If there's bad reviews, we want to know about that. So we want to notify your church team about those bad reviews. And if it's a good review, we want those to go to Google so that the public can see those good reviews. Baptisms, we want to make sure we create a nice module for people getting baptized. It's a huge next step. It's a big deal, like for any church. So we want to create a very smooth process where people can sign up for baptisms, get baptized. The church can celebrate, the fact that what we're doing is working, right? If you're working in the nursery changing diapers, you want to know people are getting baptized as a result of the work that you're doing. So again, that's another module that we're providing for you. We want to make sure that your Google tools are set up. So part of our process in setting up the Smart Church website is to make sure Google is completely aware of the church. Every tool is lined up and all the right information is in there. So when people are searching for you, Google puts you in front of them. Okay, we want to set up Google Search Console, Google Analytics, Google Tag Manager, your Google Business Profile. We want to help you get that set up, and Google Ads. We want to make sure that that is set up so you can run ads through Google. We also want to set up the Google Ad Grant. So part of this process is that we want to get you approved for $10,000 of ad spend every single month from Google. We want to get you approved for that. It's all nonprofits can apply for it. We've seen churches do this really well, and we want to help you go through that process to get approved, and then also we will help you use it effectively. There's a right way and a wrong way to use the Google Ad Grant. So we want to make sure you do it the right way. So we'll help you get through that process. That's why we create landing pages. It's why we create lead magnets. It's why we create blog articles. So Google the ad needs to point to anything that's relevant to something that somebody needs or that's looking for help in a certain area. If you just point it back to the church website, it's not going to work. And we want to help you get that right. We want to set up all the marketing tools for you. So in the software that we're going to use, yes, we're building the website in the software, but then we also want to make sure that everything that you need to market the church is tied in, is integrated into the website on the back end. So you need email marketing to be able to communicate through emails the things that are going on in the church or to invite people to come to the next big thing. So we want to make sure that's in place. We want to make sure your SMS text messaging is hooked up so you can from time to time send out text messages to your congregation or maybe to certain groups of people. And then you need to be able to see the data based on how many opens do you have, how many click-throughs do you have. All it needs to be in one place. You just learn one system. You don't have to use multiple tools like MailChimp for this or another tool for texting and another tool for analytics. We want it all in one place so that you can have everything in one dashboard. Your social media scheduling, we want to make sure you have a scheduler so you can schedule your posts in advance. Your website builder needs to be a simple, easy to use, drag and drop website builder that's simple. And we want to make sure that that's in place for you. Your analytics needs to be there so that you can see how many people are coming, where they're coming from, what are they clicking through on the website. And that way you can make decisions on what to do, what kind of changes or updates to make with your SEO or with your website experience based on the data. So we want to make sure that all that's there, including data from your email, your text messaging, your social media posts, like all of it needs to feed together so you understand, you get the full picture of what's going on. And you need all this in one place so it's easy to manage and it all talks to each other. So that's what our marketing tool will do for you. Again, it's all in one. It's really a game changer for you as a church leader trying to communicate to your community what we're doing, right? Like what are we doing as a church? And then you're able to see the effectiveness of your social media, your ads, your text messages that you're sending out to your congregation, and your email marketing. We want to see all of it. So we also want to provide a lead magnet. This is something that we're going to build for you. The first one, we'll make sure we get a really good lead magnet that we found works really well put together for your church with your church branding. It's a PDF that adds value to your target audience. So we know growing churches are really good at attracting families that have kids. Those people are typically looking for a church home. and we want to add value to them that helps us to be set apart from whatever else they could be doing on a Sunday morning. So this PDF is going to be something that is a benefit to them. They can download it. It's branded for the church. There's a landing page that explains what's in it and why they need it. It's going to rank for keywords. So we're going to make sure that the SEO on the back end of the landing page is going to rank for the keywords that they might be looking for on a search. And then we have an opt-in form that helps them sign up for the resource, just providing some basic information, name, email, and maybe a phone number. They hit submit, they get the resource in their inbox, they download that. With that, they're giving us permission. There's a little checkbox that gives us permission to reach back out to them in the future. And we can actually set up an automation that reaches out to them for several weeks after they download this resource. And we're not going to bother them. We're just going to drop them just some emails over time to let them know more about the church or even more about that topic that they downloaded, so we can add even more value to them. And that's just our follow-up automation that's going to be included in that particular module. So again, we're going to provide all these things as part of the Smart Church website so that we can help you focus on the ministry that you are called to do. And then what we can do is just set up this system to serve as your marketing team so that it's set up, it's running in the background, and it's just doing its job to attract new people, help them to take next steps. One of them might be to come to church, another one might be to join a group, another one might be to serve on a team. Whatever those next steps are, we're going to create the system behind your ministry to help people take those next steps. And we get to do that through this system. If you have any questions, please reach out. And I hope this is helpful so you understand what is possible through using the tools that we have available to us.